Community-Based Instruction and the Transition to Adulthood Among Students with Disabilities, a Photovoice Study. My name is Andy Persch. I'm an Associate Professor of Occupational Therapy at Colorado State University. My colleagues include Margaret Gibson, a CSU Occupational Therapy student, and Emily Ring, Transition Coach for PSD Transition Pathways. The Photovoice study has been approved by the CSU Institutional Review Board and by the Poudre School District's Director of Research and Evaluation. Copies of these approvals are available at your request. CSU Occupational Therapy has a long history of collaboration with the Poudre School District. Most recently, our Center for Community Partnerships has joined PSD's Community Transition Team, which is led by Emily Ring. I joined the team in the spring of 2023 and began working with Aaron Vogt, the Assistant Director for Alternative Programs, and with Emily to develop a new transition pathway called Campus, which we host at Colorado State University. Campus had its first year in 2023-2024 with Marie Rommel as the instructor. Also last year, I worked with Aaron and Emily to develop some shared goals and projects. This year, Campus is in its second year at CSU, and we're launching the Photovoice study, which we've developed together. So what is Photovoice? Photovoice is a form of research where participants collaborate with the researchers and take photographs to answer research questions. Using photographs can help us understand your perspectives and answers better than just using words alone. We will ask you to think about 4 questions. What do you like about your transition pathway? What is hard about your transition pathway? What does your transition outcome look like? And what do you want others to know about your transition pathway? The goal of this study is to explore the experiences and perspectives of students enrolled in the Poudre School District's transition pathways regarding their transition to adulthood. Who can participate? Well, students with disabilities aged 18 to 21 who are enrolled in the Poudre School District's transition pathways. The pathways include Project Search, Cooper Home, Campus at Colorado State University, and Community Connections. What are we asking you to do? We're asking you to take photos at your Transition Pathways program. You might also take photos at home in the evenings or on the weekends. We're asking you to meet with a researcher for a short interview or focus group to answer questions about your photos and to talk with other students about their photos. You can choose if you want to be in the photos. So here are a few examples of what Photovoice might look like. In this example, students are in the photos and we're using Project Search for the examples. For the question, what do you want others to know about your transition pathway? We have a photo of Project Search interns, and we have a caption that reads, "I like being an intern at a community business." What do you like about your transition pathway? We see a photo of a student and their supervisor, and the caption reads, "I like my supervisor and how she gives me a step-by-step to-do list." What is hard about your transition pathway? We see a photo of Project Search interns seated around a conference table, and the caption reads, "I find it hard to complete group work." What does your transition outcome look like? We see a photo of a Project Search intern holding their uniform, standing next to their supervisor. The caption reads, "I got to learn job skills and obtained a paid job." In this next example, students are not in the photos, and the transition outcome relates to food service and owning a food truck. What do you want others to know about your transition pathway? We see a photo of a fish and chips food truck with a long line and many people waiting to order. The caption reads, "Sometimes running a food truck can be very busy." What do you like about your transition pathway? We see a photo of people walking along the street at a food truck rally, and the caption reads, "I like going to festivals, meeting people, and seeing what the other food trucks serve." What is hard about your transition pathway? We see a photo of a food service worker standing at the counter of their food truck. The caption reads, "I'm practicing taking orders from customers." What does your transition outcome look like? We see a photo of a food truck and the worker is serving customers. The caption reads, "Someday I will own my own food truck and be an entrepreneur." How long will the study last? Well, you can take photos anytime, just like you do in your normal day-to-day life. There'll be 1 to 2 interviews and or focus groups, and these will last about 30 minutes each. In total, you'll only need to spend about 1 to 2 hours on the research study. This includes taking the photos and talking to us to generate your captions. Do you have to be in the study? Absolutely not. Being in a research study is voluntary. You do not have to participate if you do not want to. Even if you choose to participate, you can stop participating at any time and no one will be mad with you. What information will you share about yourself? We will be collecting some information about you, such as your name, some personal identifiers, and which transition pathway you're a member of. You'll choose which photos to share and decide what you want to say about them to help others understand about your transition pathway. When we report and share the data with others, we will combine the data from all the participants so that you cannot be identified unless you choose to share photos that are self-identifying. And even if you are in the photos that you share, we will never share your name. What are the risks? The risks of this research are minimal, which means that they're similar to what you'd expect to experience in everyday life. Adults regularly take photos using their phones and share them with others. It's like taking photos and sharing them with friends or family or on social media. What are the benefits? Well, you might feel more in charge of your life. The study could help you to understand your transition goals and may help you feel a sense of belonging. You may also feel good about helping with a research study. Will you be paid? Well, if you participate by taking photos and then meeting with us for our interview or focus group, you'll receive a $25 Amazon gift card. What to do next? Well, take the handouts home. We're sending you home with a copy of the flyer that you see on the screen that has some of the details about the study. Think about the study and if you want to participate. Talk with your parents or guardians about the study. We're sending them a video of this presentation along with a copy of the flyer. If you choose to participate, use the QR code to complete a form and share with us that you're interested in participating. After that, I will follow up with you and your parent or guardian to help you get started. If you have questions or concerns about the study, you're welcome to contact me at my email or phone number, which are shown on the screen and are included on our flyer. If you have questions about your rights as a volunteer in this research, you may also contact the CSU Institutional Review Board. Their email and phone number are also included on the screen and on the flyer. Finally, a note about Transition Pathways activities. Your Transition Pathways instructors may use learning activities that are similar to Photovoice as part of their curriculum. For example, taking photos or videos and completing self-reflection is a common way to develop self-awareness. This is not research. Research is always voluntary and requires informed consent. If you choose to participate in the Photovoice study, you will complete informed consent with me. Your parents or guardian will also provide permission. You could choose to use the same photos or choose different photos for the Photovoice study. Finally, Margaret or I will meet with you to select those photos and to create captions. That's it for today. I appreciate your time, and thanks for considering the Photovoice study.